Powerful Shifts Identity in Motion by Joseph Kelly, Chapter 25, Overcoming Inertia, Adaptability, Exposure Therapy, and Behavioral Activation. Imagine a boulder perched precariously on a hillside, seemingly immovable, resistant to the forces of change. It has rested there for years, perhaps even centuries, its weight a testament to its inertia, its stillness a symbol of its resistance to movement. Yet, with a gentle nudge, a shift in balance, a release of tension, that boulder can begin to roll, gathering momentum, transforming its inertia into a force of unstoppable motion. This, my friend, is a metaphor for the inertia that can hold us back from embracing change, from pursuing our dreams, from living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Inertia, that resistance to motion, that tendency to remain at rest, can manifest in many forms: procrastination, avoidance, fear of the unknown, clinging to the familiar, the comfort of routine, the allure of the status quo. This chapter is an invitation to explore the forces of inertia, to understand the psychological and emotional factors that contribute to stagnation, and to discover the tools and strategies that can empower you to break free from these chains, to set yourself in motion, and to embrace the transformative power of change. Inertia, in the realm of physics, is the tendency of an object to resist changes in its state of motion. A stationary object will remain at rest unless acted upon by an external force. A moving object will continue moving at a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external force. This principle, while rooted in the physical world, also applies to the realm of human experience, where inertia can manifest as a resistance to change, a reluctance to step outside our comfort zones, a tendency to cling to the familiar even when it no longer serves us. Think of a cozy armchair, its cushions inviting you to sink into its embrace, its familiarity offering a sense of comfort and security. The comfort zone is like that armchair, a psychological space where we feel safe, secure, and in control. It's a place where we know what to expect, where we can operate on autopilot, where we can avoid the challenges and uncertainties that lie beyond its boundaries. While the comfort zone can provide a sense of stability and security, it can also become a trap, a gilded cage that limits our growth, stifles our creativity, and prevents us from reaching our full potential. It's like a beautiful garden enclosed by high walls, protecting its delicate blooms from the harsh elements, yet also preventing them from experiencing the full expanse of the sky, the invigorating touch of the rain, the pollinating dance of the bees. Inertia, in the realm of human experience, is often fueled by fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, fear of change itself. These fears, like invisible chains, bind us to the familiar whispering doubts in our ears, convincing us that it's safer to stay put, to avoid risks, to maintain the status quo. But fear is not the only culprit. Inertia can also be fueled by other psychological and emotional factors. Procrastination, that seductive voice that whispers, "I'll do it tomorrow," lulling us into a cycle of delay and inaction. Procrastination is often a defense mechanism, a way of avoiding the discomfort of facing a challenge or the fear of potential failure. Perfectionism, that relentless pursuit of flawlessness, that fear of making mistakes, that belief that we must be perfect to be worthy or successful. Perfectionism can paralyze us, preventing us from taking action, from putting ourselves out there, from embracing the messy, imperfect process of growth and creation. Lack of clarity, that feeling of being lost at sea, unsure of our direction, lacking a clear vision or purpose, without a clear sense of where we're going. It's easy to become stuck in a state of inertia, drifting aimlessly, lacking the motivation to set sail towards a specific destination. Overwhelm, that feeling of being buried beneath a mountain of tasks, responsibilities, and expectations, leaving us feeling paralyzed and unable to take action. Overwhelm can drain our energy, cloud our focus, and create a sense of hopelessness that fuels inertia. Low self-esteem, that nagging voice of self-doubt, that belief that we're not good enough, not capable enough, not worthy of success or happiness. Low self-esteem can erode our confidence, undermine our motivation, and keep us stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage and inaction. Past trauma. Unresolved trauma can create deep-seated patterns of avoidance and resistance to change. The fear of re-experiencing pain or trauma can lead us to cling to the familiar, even when it's no longer serving us, creating a sense of stagnation and inertia. These psychological and emotional factors, like interwoven threads, create a complex tapestry of resistance, a web of inertia that can hold us back from living our fullest lives. But just as a tapestry can be unraveled, thread by thread, so too can we dismantle the forces of inertia, uncovering the underlying causes, challenging the limiting beliefs, and reclaiming our power to create change. Understanding the nature of inertia is the first step towards overcoming it. It's about recognizing the patterns of avoidance, procrastination, and resistance that keep us stuck, and developing the self-awareness needed to challenge these patterns and break free from their grip. It's about acknowledging the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs that fuel our inertia, and cultivating the courage and resilience to confront them and move forward with intention. Imagine a willow tree bending gracefully in the wind, its branches swaying rhythmically, its leaves rustling like whispers of resilience. This tree, my friend, embodies the essence of adaptability, the ability to bend without breaking, to flow with the currents of change, to embrace the unexpected twists and turns of life's journey. Adaptability, that remarkable capacity to adjust to new circumstances, to embrace change with grace and resilience, is the antidote to inertia. It's the key to unlocking your potential, to navigating the challenges of life with greater ease and confidence, to creating a life that is both fulfilling and ever-evolving. Think of a river meandering through a valley, its waters encountering rocks and rapids, bends and curves, yet always adapting, always finding new paths, always flowing towards its destination. Adaptability is like that river, a force of nature that embraces change, navigates obstacles, and finds creative solutions to the challenges that arise along the way. In a world that is constantly changing, where the only constant is change itself, adaptability is not just a valuable skill, it's an essential survival strategy. It's the ability to pivot, to adjust your sails, to embrace new perspectives, to learn from your experiences, and to emerge stronger and wiser from the challenges you encounter. Adaptability is not about being passive or conforming to every whim of fate. It's about actively engaging with change, recognizing the opportunities that lie within challenges, and harnessing the power of your inner resources to navigate the currents of life with grace and resilience. Think of a jazz musician improvising a solo, responding to the rhythm of the band, adapting to the shifting melodies, creating something new and beautiful in the moment. Adaptability is like that improvisation, a dance with the unexpected, a willingness to step outside the familiar, to experiment with new possibilities, to create harmony in the midst of change. Or envision a seasoned traveler navigating a foreign city, embracing the unfamiliar language, customs, and cuisine, their senses alive with curiosity, their mind open to new experiences. Adaptability is like that traveler, embracing the unknown with a sense of adventure, discovering hidden gems in unexpected places, and expanding their horizons with every step they take. Adaptability is not just about surviving change, it's about thriving in the midst of it. It's about seeing change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth, for expansion, for discovering new facets of yourself and the world around you. Here's how cultivating adaptability can transform your life. Unlocking your true potential. When you embrace change, you break free from the limitations of the familiar, the comfort zone that can often stifle your growth. You open yourself up to new possibilities, new experiences, new ways of being. You discover hidden talents, untapped passions, and unrealized potential that lay dormant within you. Like a seed breaking through the soil, reaching for the sunlight, you blossom into the fullness of who you are meant to be, fostering resilience and inner strength. Adaptability is like a muscle that strengthens with each challenge you encounter. The more you adapt, the more resilient you become, the more capable you are of navigating life's ups and downs with grace and strength. You develop an inner fortitude that allows you to weather storms, bounce back from setbacks, and emerge from adversity with renewed determination. Like a majestic oak tree weathering the storms, you stand tall and strong, your roots firmly planted in the ground of your being, igniting creativity and innovation. Adaptability fuels creativity by encouraging you to think outside the box, to challenge assumptions, to explore unconventional solutions. It's the spark that ignites innovation, the catalyst for breakthroughs, the key to unlocking your creative potential. Like a painter experimenting with new colors and techniques, you discover fresh perspectives and express your unique vision with boldness and originality. Deepening self-awareness and emotional intelligence, adaptability requires you to tune into your emotions, to understand your reactions to change, and to develop strategies for navigating challenging situations with greater awareness and resilience. This process of self-reflection and emotional regulation deepens your self-awareness, enhances your emotional intelligence, and empowers you to respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and compassion. Like a skilled navigator reading the currents and winds, you learn to navigate the inner landscape of your emotions with clarity and skill, building stronger and more fulfilling relationships. Adaptability is essential for navigating the complexities of human relationships. It allows you to see situations from multiple perspectives, to empathize with others, to compromise, and to find common ground even in the midst of conflict. It strengthens your ability to communicate effectively, to build trust, and to create harmonious connections with others. Like a bridge spanning a divide, adaptability connects you to others, fostering understanding, compassion, and deeper bonds, creating a life of purpose and meaning. Adaptability empowers you to live a life that is in alignment with your values, your passions, and your ever-evolving sense of self. It allows you to adjust your course, to embrace new opportunities, and to create a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful. Like a tapestry woven with threads of diverse experiences, your life becomes a rich and vibrant expression of your unique journey. Imagine a sailboat becalmed on a glassy sea, its sails slack, its momentum stalled, its journey suspended in a state of inertia. The sun beats down, the days drift by, and the crew grows restless, their dreams of reaching distant shores fading into a haze of frustration and regret. This, my friend, is a glimpse into the hidden cost of staying still, the subtle yet profound price we pay when we allow inertia to hold us back from pursuing our dreams, from embracing change, from living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Inertia, that resistance to motion, that tendency to cling to the familiar, can be a deceptive siren, luring us with promises of comfort, security, and the illusion of control. It whispers in our ears, telling us that it's safer to stay put, to avoid risks, to maintain the status quo. But this siren song is a deceptive lullaby, a melody that can lull us into a state of complacency, a slumber that can rob us of our vitality, our passion, and our very sense of aliveness. The cost of staying still is not always immediately apparent. It's a subtle erosion of our spirit, a gradual dimming of our light, a slow accumulation of regrets and missed opportunities. It's the whisper of what if that haunts our quiet moments, the nagging feeling that we're not living up to our full potential, the ache of unfulfilled dreams that linger in the shadows of our hearts. Think of a beautiful garden left untended, its flowers wilting, its weeds encroaching, its potential for beauty and abundance fading with each passing season. The cost of staying still is like that neglected garden, a gradual decay of our inner landscape, a withering of our dreams, a stagnation of our spirit. But the cost of inertia goes beyond the realm of unfulfilled dreams. It can also have a profound impact on our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Mental and emotional toll. When we allow inertia to hold us back, we can become trapped in a cycle of negativity, self-doubt, and even depression. The feeling of being stuck, of not moving forward, can lead to a sense of hopelessness, a loss of motivation, and a diminished sense of self-worth. We may start to dwell on past regrets, ruminate on missed opportunities, and compare ourselves unfavorably to others, further eroding our self-esteem and fueling the flames of negativity. Physical impact. Inertia can also manifest physically, as a lack of energy, a decline in physical health, and even an increased susceptibility to illness. When we're stuck in a rut, our bodies often reflect that stagnation. We may experience fatigue, muscle tension, digestive issues, and a weakened immune system. The lack of movement, both physically and metaphorically, can create a sense of sluggishness, a feeling of being weighed down, a disconnect from the vitality and vibrancy that is our birthright. Missed opportunities. Perhaps the most profound cost of inertia is the missed opportunities for growth, for learning, for experiencing the fullness of life. When we allow fear or complacency to hold us back, we close ourselves off to new possibilities, new adventures, new relationships, new ways of being. we miss out on the chance to discover hidden talents, to pursue our passions, to make a meaningful contribution to the world. The world becomes a smaller place. Our horizons shrink, and our potential remains untapped. Erosion of self-trust. When we repeatedly give in to inertia, when we consistently fail to follow through on our intentions, we erode our self-trust. We start to doubt our ability to achieve our goals, to make positive changes, to live a life of purpose. This erosion of self-trust can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading to further procrastination, avoidance, and a deepening sense of stagnation. Relationship strain. Inertia can also impact our relationships. When we're stuck in a rut, we may become withdrawn, irritable, and less engaged with the people around us. We may miss out on opportunities to connect, to share, to grow together. This can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and a weakening of our bonds with loved ones. The cost of staying still is a high price to pay. It's a subtle yet pervasive force that can rob us of our joy, our vitality, our very sense of aliveness. It's a thief that steals our dreams, our potential, and our precious time on this earth. But here's the empowering truth. We have the power to break free from the chains of inertia, to reclaim our lives, and to step into the fullness of our being. It starts with recognizing the hidden costs of staying still, the subtle ways in which inertia can erode our spirit and diminish our potential. It's about becoming aware of the patterns of avoidance, procrastination, and resistance that keep us stuck, and developing the courage and resilience to challenge those patterns and embrace the transformative power of change. The rewards of overcoming inertia are immeasurable. When we break free from the grip of stagnation, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities, a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. We rediscover our passions, we pursue our dreams, we connect with others on a deeper level, and we create a life that is truly our own. So, my friend, take a moment to reflect on the cost of staying still. What dreams have you put on hold? What opportunities have you missed? What aspects of your life are yearning for change? Acknowledge the hidden price of inertia, and then gather your courage, embrace the transformative power of action, and step boldly onto the path of your dreams. The world is waiting to be touched by your unique and radiant light. Imagine embarking on a thrilling expedition, a journey into the uncharted territories of your inner landscape, a quest to uncover the hidden forces that shape your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This, my friend, is the essence of identifying your inertia triggers, a process of self-discovery that invites you to become a detective of your own psyche, a cartographer of your inner world, an explorer of the subconscious depths that hold the keys to unlocking your full potential. These inertia triggers, like elusive shadows lurking in the recesses of your mind, can sabotage your best intentions, derail your dreams, and keep you tethered to the familiar shores of your comfort zone. They are the whispers of self-doubt that erode your confidence, the fears that paralyze your action, the limiting beliefs that cast a veil over your true potential. Think of a master sleuth, meticulously examining a crime scene, searching for clues, piecing together the fragments of evidence to unravel the mystery and bring the perpetrator to justice. Similarly, identifying your inertia triggers is an act of inner investigation, a journey into the labyrinth of your subconscious mind to uncover the hidden patterns, the deeply ingrained beliefs, and the emotional undercurrents that sabotage your efforts to move forward, to embrace change, and to create the life you envision. These triggers, like cunning adversaries, often operate beneath the surface of your conscious awareness, their influence subtle, yet pervasive. They can manifest as a persistent procrastination, an inexplicable avoidance of certain tasks or situations, or a deep-seated resistance to stepping outside your comfort zone. But just as a skilled detective can unmask a criminal, bringing their hidden motives to light, so too can you unmask your inertia triggers, exposing their influence and reclaiming your power to choose your own path. This process of self-discovery requires courage, curiosity, and a willingness to delve into the depths of your inner landscape, to confront the shadows that may have been lurking for years, and to bring them into the light of awareness. Here are some lesser-known inertia triggers that may be subtly influencing your journey. Fear of the unknown. This primal fear, deeply ingrained in our evolutionary wiring, can manifest as a resistance to change, a clinging to the familiar, a reluctance to venture beyond the well-trodden paths of our comfort zones. It whispers anxieties in our ears, painting vivid pictures of potential dangers, amplifying the uncertainties that lie beyond the horizon, and convincing us that it's safer to stay put, to avoid the risks that come with venturing into uncharted territory. From a psychological perspective, the fear of the unknown is often linked to a need for control, a desire to predict and manage every aspect of our lives. It can also stem from early childhood experiences where uncertainty or change was associated with negative consequences, creating a subconscious association between the unknown and feelings of anxiety or insecurity. Fear of disappointing others. This deep-seated fear, often rooted in our early relationships and social conditioning, can manifest as a reluctance to assert our needs, to express our true selves, or to make choices that might displease others. It can lead us to prioritize external expectations over our own inner compass, to conform to societal norms rather than follow our own unique path. From a psychological perspective, the fear of disappointing others is often linked to a need for approval, a fear of rejection, or a belief that our worth is contingent on the validation of others. It can also stem from childhood experiences where we were criticized or punished for expressing our individuality or making choices that differed from the expectations of our caregivers or peers. Lack of self-belief. This insidious inner critic, that nagging voice of self-doubt that whispers you're not good enough, you'll never succeed, or you don't deserve happiness, can be a powerful saboteur, undermining your motivation, eroding your confidence, and preventing you from taking action towards your goals. It can manifest as a tendency to procrastinate, a fear of taking risks, or a reluctance to put yourself out there, to share your gifts with the world, to shine your light brightly. From a psychological perspective, a lack of self-belief is often linked to early childhood experiences where we were criticized, neglected, or compared unfavorably to others. It can also be fueled by negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, and a lack of self-compassion. Decision fatigue. This state of mental exhaustion, often experienced after a prolonged period of decision-making, can lead to a sense of overwhelm, a depletion of willpower, and a tendency to avoid making any decisions at all. It can manifest as a procrastination, a reluctance to take action, or a feeling of being stuck in a rut. From a psychological perspective, decision fatigue is linked to the cognitive demands of evaluating options, weighing pros and cons, and managing the emotional consequences of our choices. It can also be exacerbated by a lack of clarity about our values, priorities, and goals, leading to a sense of confusion and indecision. Emotional avoidance. This tendency to suppress or avoid uncomfortable emotions, such as fear, sadness, or anger, can create a subconscious barrier to change and growth. When we avoid facing our emotions, we may also avoid situations or experiences that trigger those emotions, leading to a pattern of avoidance and inertia. From a psychological perspective, emotional avoidance is often a coping mechanism, a way of protecting ourselves from pain or discomfort. However, this avoidance can become a trap, preventing us from fully processing our emotions, learning from our experiences, and moving forward with greater resilience and self-awareness. Lack of support. Feeling isolated, unsupported, or lacking a sense of community can contribute to inertia. When we feel alone in our struggles, when we lack a sense of belonging or connection, it can be difficult to find the motivation, the courage, or the resilience to pursue our goals and embrace change. From a psychological perspective, a lack of support can trigger feelings of insecurity, vulnerability, and self-doubt, making it harder to step outside our comfort zones and pursue our dreams. Identifying your inertia triggers is a process of self-discovery, a journey into the depths of your psyche to uncover the hidden patterns and beliefs that are holding you back. It's about becoming aware of the subtle ways in which your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are influenced by these triggers, and developing the self-awareness needed to challenge them and reclaim your power to choose your own path. Here are some practices that can support you on this journey of self-investigation. Mindful self-reflection. Take time each day to observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Notice the situations that trigger feelings of resistance, avoidance, or procrastination. Pay attention to your inner dialogue, the stories you tell yourself about your capabilities, your worthiness, and your potential. Journaling, meditation, and mindfulness practices can help you cultivate a deeper awareness of your inner landscape and identify the patterns that contribute to inertia. Connect with your body. Pay attention to the physical sensations that accompany your inertia triggers. Do you feel a tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a tension in your shoulders? These physical sensations can provide valuable clues about the underlying emotions and beliefs that are driving your resistance to change. Practices like yoga, mindful movement, and breath work can help you to connect with your body, release tension, and gain deeper insights into your inertia triggers. Challenge your inner critic. When you notice the voice of self-doubt creeping in, challenge its validity. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence supports it? What would I say to a friend who is having this thought? Reframe those negative thoughts into more empowering affirmations, replacing self-criticism with self-compassion, doubt with belief, and fear with courage. Seek out diverse perspectives. Engage in conversations with people who hold different viewpoints, who have overcome their own challenges with inertia, who inspire you to step outside your comfort zone. Exposure to diverse perspectives can broaden your understanding of the human experience, challenge your assumptions, and offer new insights into your own patterns of resistance. Experiment with new approaches. If you find yourself stuck in a rut, try experimenting with new approaches to problem-solving, decision-making, and goal-setting. Break down your tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Set realistic deadlines. Reward yourself for your progress. Seek out support from a mentor, coach, or accountability partner. By trying new strategies, you can break free from old patterns and discover more effective ways to overcome inertia. Identifying your inertia triggers is an act of self-empowerment, a courageous step towards reclaiming your life and creating a future that reflects your authentic self, your values, and your dreams. It's about unmasking the saboteurs within, understanding their influence, and developing the self-awareness and resilience needed to break free from their grip. So, my friend, embark on this journey of inner investigation with curiosity, compassion, and an unwavering belief in your ability to overcome inertia and create the life you envision. Imagine a tightrope walker gracefully balancing on a slender rope, suspended high above the ground, their every movement a testament to courage, focus, and unwavering self-belief. This, my friend, is a metaphor for the journey of facing your fears, a process of stepping out of your comfort zone, of venturing into the unknown, of embracing the vulnerability that comes with growth and transformation. Anxiety, that pervasive feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, can be a formidable adversary, a shadow that lurks in the corners of your mind, whispering doubts, amplifying perceived threats, and casting a veil of fear over your aspirations. It can keep you tethered to the familiar shores of your comfort zone, preventing you from taking the leap of faith, from venturing into the vast expanse of possibilities that life offers. But just as the tightrope walker finds balance and grace amidst the precariousness of their path, so too can you navigate the terrain of your anxieties, facing your fears with courage and compassion, and ultimately discovering the liberation that comes with venturing beyond the confines of your comfort zone. Exposure therapy, a powerful tool rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy, offers a structured and supportive approach to facing your fears. It's based on the principle that repeated exposure to the things we fear, in a safe and controlled environment, can gradually desensitize us to those fears, reducing their intensity, and empowering us to reclaim our lives. Think of a seasoned explorer venturing into uncharted territory, their compass guiding them, their map unfolding with each step they take. Exposure therapy is like that exploration, a gradual and intentional process of confronting your fears, starting with manageable challenges and gradually increasing the intensity as your comfort levels grow. From a psychological perspective, exposure therapy works by disrupting the cycle of fear and avoidance. When we avoid the things we fear, we inadvertently reinforce those fears, strengthening the neural pathways associated with anxiety and perpetuating a pattern of avoidance. However, when we confront our fears in a safe and controlled environment, we begin to rewire those neural pathways, creating new associations between the feared object or situation and a sense of safety and control. This process of rewiring the brain involves several key mechanisms: habituation, cognitive restructuring, extinction learning, and self-efficacy. Habituation occurs when we repeatedly expose ourselves to a feared stimulus, leading to a decrease in our physiological and emotional responses. Cognitive restructuring involves challenging the negative thoughts that fuel our anxieties, replacing them with more realistic and balanced thoughts. Extinction learning occurs when the association between the feared stimulus and the fear response weakens over time. And self-efficacy, our belief in our ability to cope with challenges, increases as we successfully navigate our fears. Now let's explore the practical application of exposure therapy. The first step is to identify the specific anxieties that are holding you back. These might be social anxieties, performance anxieties, specific phobias like fear of flying or public speaking, or even general anxieties about the future or the unknown. This plan should outline the specific steps you will take to confront your anxieties, starting with manageable challenges and gradually increasing the intensity as your comfort levels grow. It's important to create a hierarchy of fears, ranking them from least anxiety-provoking to most anxiety-provoking. This allows you to approach your fears in a gradual and systematic way, building confidence and resilience with each step you take. For example, if you have a fear of social situations, your exposure hierarchy might look like this. Practice initiating a conversation with a friendly acquaintance. Attend a small social gathering with people you know well. Join a new group or club that interests you. Volunteer at a community event where you'll interact with strangers. Give a presentation or speech to a small group of people. As you progress through your exposure hierarchy, it's essential to use coping mechanisms to manage the anxiety that may arise. One effective technique is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique, a mindfulness practice that helps you to anchor yourself in the present moment and calm your nervous system. Here's how it works. 5. Notice 5 things you can see around you. Describe them in detail, paying attention to their colors, shapes, and textures. 4. Notice 4 things you can feel. This could be the sensation of your feet on the ground, the texture of your clothing against your skin, the coolness of the air on your face, or the warmth of your hands. 3. Notice 3 things you can hear. Pay attention to the sounds around you, such as the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the hum of traffic, or the voices of people talking. 2. Notice 2 things you can smell. This could be the scent of fresh-cut grass, the aroma of coffee brewing, the fragrance of flowers, or the smell of rain in the air. 1. Notice 1 thing you can taste. This could be the taste of a mint, the flavor of your lunch, or simply the taste of your own saliva. By engaging your senses in this way, you bring your attention to the present moment, grounding yourself in your physical surroundings and calming your nervous system. This technique can be particularly helpful in the moments leading up to or during exposure exercises, helping you to manage anxiety and stay present with your experience. Remember, the goal of exposure therapy is not to eliminate anxiety altogether, but to learn to manage it, to coexist with it, to recognize it as a natural part of the human experience. It's about developing the courage to face your fears, the compassion to acknowledge your vulnerability, and the wisdom to choose growth over stagnation. In addition to exposure therapy and the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique, there are other valuable tools for managing anxiety that can complement your journey. These might include mindfulness practices. Cultivating a present moment awareness can help you to observe your anxious thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. Mindfulness allows you to create space between your thoughts and your reactions, empowering you to choose how you respond to anxiety-provoking situations. Cognitive restructuring. This technique involves identifying and challenging the negative thoughts that fuel your anxieties. By replacing those negative thoughts with more realistic and balanced thoughts, you can reduce the intensity of your anxiety and develop a more positive outlook. Lifestyle adjustments. Making healthy lifestyle choices such as getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, exercising regularly, and limiting caffeine and alcohol intake can also contribute to reducing anxiety levels. Support system. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family members, or a therapist who can offer encouragement, guidance, and a safe space to process your emotions. Sharing your experiences with others can help you to feel less alone in your journey and to gain valuable perspectives and support. Overcoming anxiety is not a destination but a journey. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, of facing your fears with courage and compassion, and of ultimately discovering the freedom and fulfillment that lie beyond the confines of your comfort zone. Exposure therapy, combined with other anxiety management techniques, can be a powerful tool for reclaiming your life from the grip of anxiety, empowering you to embrace change, pursue your dreams, and live a life of greater authenticity and joy. Imagine a delicate hummingbird, its wings beating rapidly, its body suspended in midair, its vibrant colors shimmering in the sunlight. This tiny creature, a symbol of energy, resilience, and joy, embodies the essence of behavioral activation, a powerful approach to overcoming depression and reclaiming your zest for life. Depression, that heavy blanket of sadness, apathy, and despair, can cast a dark shadow over your world, draining your energy, dimming your light, and silencing your inner song. It can whisper lies in your ear, telling you that you're not worthy, that you're not capable, that there's no point in trying. It can trap you in a cycle of negative thoughts, self-doubt, and isolation, making it feel like you're sinking in quicksand, unable to break free from its grip. But just as the hummingbird can effortlessly lift itself from the weight of gravity soaring through the air with grace and agility, so too can you lift yourself from the weight of depression, taking action to reclaim your joy, your vitality, and your connection to the vibrant tapestry of life. Behavioral activation, a cornerstone of cognitive behavioral therapy, offers a practical and empowering approach to overcoming depression. It's based on the simple yet profound principle that our actions can influence our mood, that by engaging in activities that are meaningful, enjoyable, or even just mildly pleasant, we can shift our energy, stimulate our minds, and create a positive feedback loop that gradually lifts the veil of depression and reawakens our zest for life. Think of a gardener tending to their flower beds, carefully planting seeds, watering the soil, and nurturing the delicate blooms. Behavioral activation is like that gardening, a process of cultivating positive experiences, nurturing your well-being, and tending to the garden of your mind and spirit. From a psychological perspective, behavioral activation works by disrupting the cycle of depression and inactivity. When we're depressed, we often withdraw from the world, isolating ourselves, neglecting our responsibilities, and engaging in activities that reinforce our negative thoughts and feelings. This inactivity, in turn, perpetuates the depression, creating a downward spiral of apathy, hopelessness, and despair. However, when we engage in activities that are meaningful or enjoyable, even if we don't feel like it at first, we begin to break that cycle. We activate different neural pathways, stimulate the release of endorphins and other feel-good chemicals in the brain, and create a sense of accomplishment and mastery that gradually chips away at the grip of depression. Behavioral activation also challenges the negative thoughts and beliefs that often accompany depression. When we engage in activities that bring us a sense of pleasure, accomplishment, or connection, we provide ourselves with concrete evidence that contradicts those negative thoughts. We begin to see that we are capable, that we are worthy, that life can be enjoyable, and that we have the power to create positive change. Now let's delve deeper into the practical application of behavioral activation. The first step is to identify activities that are either important to you or that you enjoy. These activities don't have to be grand or elaborate. They can be simple, everyday tasks that bring you a sense of accomplishment, pleasure, or connection. Here are some examples of activities that might feel important. Taking care of your physical needs. This might include showering, getting dressed, preparing a healthy meal, getting enough sleep, or engaging in gentle exercise. These seemingly mundane tasks can have a profound impact on your mood and energy levels, creating a sense of self-care and self-respect that can counteract the feelings of worthlessness and hopelessness that often accompany depression. Fulfilling your responsibilities. This might include completing work tasks, paying bills, cleaning your home, or running errands. While these tasks may not be inherently enjoyable, fulfilling your responsibilities can bring a sense of accomplishment, reduce anxiety, and restore a sense of control and agency. Connecting with loved ones. Reach out to friends, family members, or a therapist. Engage in meaningful conversations, share your experiences, and receive support and encouragement. Social connection is a powerful antidote to isolation and loneliness, reminding you that you are loved, valued, and not alone in your struggles. Engaging in acts of service. Volunteer your time at a local charity, help a neighbor in need, or offer support to a friend going through a difficult time. Acts of service can shift your focus from your own problems to the needs of others, fostering a sense of purpose, connection, and gratitude. And here are some examples of activities that you might enjoy. Creative expression. Engage in activities that spark your creativity and allow you to express yourself, such as painting, writing, playing music, dancing, or crafting. Creative activities can be a source of joy, a channel for emotions, and a way to connect with your inner child. Spending time in nature. Go for a walk in the park, hike in the woods, sit by the ocean, or simply spend time in your garden. Nature has a calming and restorative effect on the mind and body, reducing stress, enhancing mood, and fostering a sense of connection to something larger than yourself. Learning something new. Take a class, read a book, listen to a podcast, or explore a new hobby. Learning new things stimulates your mind, expands your horizons, and can bring a sense of accomplishment and self-discovery. Physical activity. Engage in activities that get your body moving, such as yoga, dancing, swimming, cycling, or simply going for a walk. Exercise has been shown to have a profound impact on mood, reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety, and boosting energy levels and self-esteem. Relaxation and self-care. Take time for activities that promote relaxation and self-care, such as taking a warm bath, listening to soothing music, reading a good book, or getting a massage. Prioritizing self-care can help to reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and enhance your overall well-being. Once you've identified a range of activities that are either important or enjoyable to you, the next step is to create a behavioral activation plan. This plan should outline the specific activities you will engage in, the frequency and duration of those activities, and any potential obstacles or challenges you might encounter. It's helpful to start with small, manageable steps, gradually increasing the frequency and intensity of your activities as your motivation and energy levels improve. For example, if you're struggling to get out of bed in the morning, your initial goal might be to simply get dressed and have breakfast. Once you've achieved that goal consistently, you might add another activity, such as going for a short walk or calling a friend. It's also important to track your progress, noting how you feel before, during, and after each activity. This self-monitoring can help you to identify patterns, to recognize the activities that have the most positive impact on your mood, and to adjust your plan accordingly. Remember, behavioral activation is not a quick fix. It's a process that requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. There may be days when you feel resistant, when your motivation wanes, when the weight of depression feels overwhelming. In those moments, be kind to yourself. Acknowledge your struggles, validate your emotions, and gently encourage yourself to take even a small step forward. Here are some additional insights from a psychological perspective that can support your journey with behavioral activation. The role of reinforcement. Behavioral activation works in part by creating a positive feedback loop. When you engage in activities that bring you a sense of pleasure, accomplishment, or connection, you are essentially reinforcing those behaviors, making them more likely to occur in the future. This positive reinforcement can gradually shift your mood, increase your motivation, and help you to break free from the cycle of depression and inactivity. The importance of values. Aligning your activities with your values can enhance the effectiveness of behavioral activation. When you engage in activities that are meaningful and purposeful, that reflect your core beliefs and aspirations, you are not just activating your behavior, you are also activating your sense of self, your connection to something larger than yourself, and your belief in your own potential. Connecting with others, sharing your experiences, and receiving support and encouragement can be a powerful catalyst for overcoming depression. Social support can provide a sense of belonging, validation, and hope, reminding you that you are not alone in your struggles and that there are people who care about you and want to see you thrive. The mind-body connection. Behavioral activation recognizes the profound connection between your mind and body. By engaging in activities that nourish your physical well-being, such as exercise, healthy eating, and relaxation techniques, you are also supporting your mental and emotional health. Similarly, by engaging in activities that stimulate your mind and spirit, such as creative expression, learning, and social connection, you are also supporting your physical health and vitality. Behavioral activation is a powerful tool for reclaiming your joy, for breaking free from the grip of depression, and for creating a life that is rich, meaningful, and fulfilling. It's a journey of self-discovery, of reconnecting with your passions, of rediscovering your strengths, and of ultimately realizing that you have the power to shape your reality, to overcome challenges, and to live a life that is truly your own. So, my friend, embrace the hummingbird spirit. Lift yourself from the weight of depression, take action towards your dreams, and reclaim the joy, the vitality, and the vibrant tapestry of life